Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be making a little ephemera box. I prepped everything off screen because it was a lot of Okay, so you need some chipboard. If you don't have chipboard, you can use product box. You can even use cardstock. I would double up on it to make it a little thicker. Same with the product box if it's thin. But also, chipboard is easily accessible. It's really not that expensive, and I prefer it when making something like this, but you don't need it. So you'll need 2 pieces of chipboard cut to 3x4. You'll need 2 pieces of chipboard cut to 3x5. And you'll need 1 piece of chipboard cut to 4x5? 4x5. So you're going to be building a box. Okay? You need 8 pieces of 2x3 cardstock scored in half. So scored at 1. 8 pieces of that. That will be for the life of me, the name of what these are called is stuck in my head somewhere and I cannot get it out. But they're what you're going to use to put your box together. And for some reason, I cannot think of the word. It's been bothering me for 2 days. There's a word for it. It's in my head. I've said it a million times. Can't get it out. You need 4 pieces of 2x4 scored at 1 inch. So you need 4 pieces of those. And you need 4 pieces of 2x5. So you need 8 2x3, 4 2x4, and 4 2x5. Every one of them scored at 1 inch, so you're scoring it in half. Then you need some decorative paper to decorate your box. So you will need 2 pieces. I have to look at my notes. 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and that'll be for this piece of chipboard. All right, so 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. You need 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 4 3/4, and this is for the 5-inch piece. All right, and then you need 1 single piece for the inside of your box on the base of your box. That will be 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, so the size of your chipboard, 1/4 inch less on each side. All right, and you can make this chipboard box whatever size you want. All right, you don't have to go by what my size is. Also, if you don't have these, not a big deal, but I have some legs here. I have 4 legs to glue on the bottom of the box. If you don't have legs, you can use little wood balls. I have a box of those somewhere that my boyfriend got in a box of like random wood pieces at Joann. Okay, and then you also need 6 or however many that you want. I have 6 here. Pieces of decorative paper that are by 3 3/4 inch to fit in our 4-inch wide box. These will be folded. These will, oh, I didn't score those. Let's score them. Actually, you know what? This might have to be a part 2, so I'll score them later if there is a part 2. But these will be our little file folders to hold our ephemera. I think I'm going to use the yellow side of this one. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure, but then that's what you'll need. You'll need as many pieces, okay, that you want to make as many file folders as you want. So if you want 6 file folders, you'll need 6 pieces. And like I said, you just go, if you're going to make this bigger, you just do 1/4 inch smaller than the size of your box. Okay, so if you want to make this box, say 10 by 5, and it's 10 inches this way, 5 inches this way, you would cut your paper to 4 3/4 to fit going this way in your box. Does that make sense? It'll make sense when you see it being done. So let's get started putting our box together. And to put our box together, we need all of these pieces. So let me fold them in half. binding strips. See, I knew it. It just was stuck in there. It was stuck in my head. So you need all of these pieces because for me, personally for me, I like to put the binding strips on the inside and the outside of my box. That way I feel it makes it more secure, and then I don't see the gap between the chipboard when you're gluing the chipboard together. That's me. You don't have to. You could then just do 2 pieces each of the 2 sizes and 4 of the 1 size, because you need this side for the corners. That's what this is for. And you need these for the edges. All right. Okay. Also, if you want, you can cut off. I'm going to cut off a slight bit of the bulk. Not a slight bit. You see that? A very, very tiny sliver on each side, just so you don't, make sure it doesn't come outside of your box. Does that make sense? Come outside of your box. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, who knows. So that's all I'm gonna do. And as you can see, as I'm cutting these, I don't even care if these are like straight. If the, let's see, where's one? That it was scored completely straight. You're not going to see it. It does not matter. It is all going to be inside and covered, so it won't matter. But I just want to see how that's a little crooked. I don't care about that. You're not going to see it. That's what I was trying to say. So just cut off a snippet of it, just to make sure it doesn't poke outside your box and then you're trimming around your box. Nobody wants to do that. I also have to remember to keep an eye on the time. I do have physical therapy today, but I was awake because my kid is sick, so he had to call for work today. I'm like so annoyed with him. But I guess what happened was he called work and said, I'm sick, and they said, don't come in. I said, I understand that. He works around food. I don't blame him. And also, I guess in December, he had off. In December, he took vacation days. And when he was off, somebody came in with COVID and spread COVID to everybody. Yeah, spread COVID to everybody. So I'm guessing that they are... So when he came back from work, like everybody was off because they just spread COVID around. Even though I made him take a COVID test, he just has a cold. When we get sick, we take COVID tests because I cannot afford to have my dad sick again. Seriously, after he had COVID, I swear he aged like 10 years. I swear. I said that to my mom the other day. My mom was like, he really did. I was like, okay, it's not me. Like, I'm not losing my mind. He aged like 10 years. Okay, so what we're going to do is, oh, look at that's a little bit off. You see that? A little tiny bit off. So let me mark that and trim that because we need these to be correct. And we need them to be correct because if they don't line up, and that's probably on me. One of the reasons I hate my guillotine is how things are labeled, like the things on the, I'll show you because I have to trim these. Are these, like you off just a tiny bit and you're screwed. I don't like these grooves. I don't think they do a good enough job. But it's also then not hard to just trim it. Okay. See, it was like minuscule amount. All right. So that should be better. Yep. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use sticky tape and I'm going to use wet glue. I'm going to use both for a better seal. I don't know. Adhesion. Better adhesion. I did not cut papers to go on the inside of the box, except for, yeah, I need a new computer. Like, my computer keeps telling me I can't run my camera. Okay. I mean, it's running. My computer is old. It's like 7 years old. It's still kicking though, but my boyfriend and I talked about it the other day, yesterday in fact, and he's like, I really think you need to get yourself a new computer. And then we talked about what kind I would want to get, and I said, well, I'm gonna go with a Dell because I've never had problems with a Dell. The one I have now is an HP, and shockingly, I have not had a problem with this HP. Whereas, back in the day, I really wish my ex-husband watched my video, so I don't remember what year it was that we got an HP desktop when we were married, and we had nothing but problems with it, and then we ended up going to a Dell. So I'm gonna go with a Dell, because at least I know, like, you don't really have that many problems. I've never had, and if I did have a problem, you just call Dell and they deal with it. Okay. Got these, and then I'm going to use wet glue to give myself some time to be able to get get off my finger. Stop it. Because of course, well, I haven't been down here to craft in like a week. So let me clear everything out. Now I'll be down here the next 2 days because my boyfriend has off, and then I can just be down here and be happy and crafting. I don't want to have to buy a new. I have another tip somewhere. Just going to take these and start building a box. So I'm going to put first piece down. Okay, see that? We're going to put that piece down, and then I'm going to take this piece and line it up. I think this will be the easiest way to do this until we have like all of these pieces attached, and then I can pick it up and start building it that way. Does that make sense? Alright, I'm telling you. So I'm going to take 2 of these away and put them aside, and then I need 2 of these, put those aside, and then we will go from there. I think this is just the easiest way to build this box. That way you know everything's lining up originally. Don't try to put it together up in the air. Don't try to do that. Things won't line up. You'll regret it. So just, and you don't have to use sticky tape. My thing about using sticky tape is it sticks immediately. You are not, all right, let's put tape on these too. You're not waiting for glue to dry. So I was able to put it down, and now I know it's stuck, and I can move on to the next piece. I'm not holding it together while glue dries. And the reason I'm using wet glue on top of the sticky tape is so I have a little bit of time to move the tape, the piece around before I stick it down. That wet glue gives it like a little bit of a slipperiness. So that is my reasoning. I might have already said that. Who knows? It's early in the morning. I barely got any sleep. My kid's been sick, so he woke up Saturday morning sick. Today is Monday. He woke up Saturday morning sick. And I knew immediately he was sick. I could hear him coughing, and he never coughs. So he woke up sick, and then he basically slept all day. And then at 3:30 in the morning, I got a phone call, and it was him. He's in the next room, by the way. But I got a phone call from him, and he's like, has a really bad headache. So I went in and I took him Advil. And so there was that. And then I didn't go back to bed till like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I woke up at 8 to get dinner in the crock pot. So it was a long, long weekend. Okay. All right. Probably end up showing how to build the box in one video, and then probably doing everything else in another video because Alright, there we go. So we have those pieces attached, and then we're going to lift them up then, see? And then we have a little U. That's what we have. And then what I mean, then I'll cover this with these pieces, see? And then I won't see that little crack. So I'll end up covering it like this, and then you won't see the crack, okay? Alright, so now we're going to go to these pieces and do the same thing. Okay. I have to buy more glue. I'm almost out. Not almost out, but I don't like to run out, and I know my refill is almost empty. So I really need to buy more glue before I forget. Turn it this way, and I'm going to line this up again on the edge, and then line this up and push it down. Okay. And do the same with the other side. What do you guys think? It's easy so far. You probably maybe you've never made a chipboard box. It's very easy. And like I said, you don't have to use chipboard. You can use a product box. Like if you're going to use a cereal box, so I would double up. You could also use, I thought I heard somebody. You can also use cardstock. And then, I swear to God, I heard somebody down here, and my kid is famous for sneaking down here. I don't know how he does it. I never hear him. And then he'll just walk in and scare the crap out of me. Oh, I cannot think. Yeah, you could even use cardstock. And then, like I said, though, I would still double up on the cardstock. But if you're going to use cardstock, the good thing is you can cut this kind of piece and add it onto your cardstock. So it's already on your cardstock. Instead of making binding strips. Alright, there we go. So that is done. And now we're going to do the lovely part of getting these in. So what I think I'm going to do is glue these down all on one corner, okay? So these 4 like this, and get them down, and then I can easily just pull them up and do this. Okay, so I'm gonna, did I just do something? I swear to gosh. I'm gonna pause so you don't have to see me do this part, putting the glue and everything down. Okay, so I got 3 on. I'll show you. I'm just doing the same thing I did with all the others. I'm lining it up. This one I'm not using the wet glue, only because I feel like it's easier to get these ones together and not mess up because the bulk of it is already together. Alright, this one I accidentally took off the side, so I'm just going to lift this up, and we're going to make sure everything's lined up. See, everything is lined up, and then do that. We're going to do the same on this side because I forgot and took the tape off over here also. And we're just going to square everything up and get it all lined up. See? All lined up. Alright, now I'm just going to use, where's my actual bone folder so I can get in there easy. Oops. How about if I did that? Okay. So now I'm just going to come in here. See, there's still tape in here. I'm going to pull the tape off and get that together. Okay, and then line it up and push it together and burnish it down. And the same with this one here. I should have taken them off before I closed them. I didn't want to take them off and have them hit my desk, so the 2 I took off accidentally. I was just going with the flow. And I should have taken them off before I closed them up. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, and then do the same thing. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder and burnish all of these down. Okay, so now we have a box. Simple box. And I have all the other ones here. I already put the tape on while it was paused. So we have all of these pieces here. These will go here. What is going on? Something's playing. Hold on. Okay, that was creepy. My Amazon device just started playing. Whatever. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these ones first. And then we're going to cover these outer, I know it's black, you probably cannot see the chipboard. For me to show you what I mean. But can you see that? There's like the little edge there. I want to cover that. So I'm just going to take a piece, put it down, and then burnish it and fold it over that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all these off camera. There's 24 minutes. I've already been in this video 24 minutes. So I'm going to pause. Now that you see, I'm going to do all these side pieces first, and then I'm going to do the bottom edge pieces, and I'll be back. Oh, before I do that, I did put these on the inside of the score, in the fold, inside fold of the scored mark instead of the outside like I did for the inside of the box. For the inside of the box, I put everything on the outside to fit in, I mean, you can't, to fit in all the cracks and crevices. On the outside, it goes on the inside to wrap around. Okay? Okay, here we go. All the pieces are on. It's all covered. Inside, outside, everything's ready to go. It is sturdy. It's sturdy. Like, that's, using those binding strips, it makes it super sturdy. I guess, though, I should cut paper for the inside of the box. I don't need, I think I'm just going to get plain paper that matches. Let's see. Here's good enough. Good enough. I'm not going to match it. You're never going to match exactly. I just don't want to use any more of this. You know what? I'm just going to use pattern paper. Because I only need for the sides. Because this is for the inside bottom. Right? And then I just need for the insides. So I'll just use the rest of this paper. And then I know it matches. Right? Right. So we need 2 3/4 and 3 3/4, 3 3/4, and then we need, what is this? What's left? What's left? I don't know. Not enough. Okay, and then 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Right, right. So in total, you will need 1 piece of 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, and you will need 4 pieces of 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and 4 pieces of 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, I hope I said that right. I will say it again as soon as I'm done cutting, because honestly, I should not be giving measurements while I am cutting. Okay, so you will need 1 piece of 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Then you will need 4 pieces. Where's the other one? 4 pieces of 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And you will need 4 pieces of 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. 4 pieces of 2 3/4, but I can't even. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this here. And I am going to finish everything in the next video because we're already almost at a half an hour. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. This is a good spot to end, and then I will finish the rest in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please comment down below and let me know if you're interested in other projects like this that I could maybe make. And I appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you like and subscribe, especially liking and commenting puts my videos in front of more people. So it really helps when you do that, and I really appreciate when you do that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.